Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Carolyn. So last week I had my very first prenatal appointment. I was both nervous and excited. So I didn't quite know what all to expect at my first prenatal appointment. I knew I was going to have an ultrasound. I figured they were going to just make sure that they can see something growing in there. So I did have that done. It was a pretty long appointment. We got there at 1:30 and we didn't leave until like 3 something, almost 4. So yeah, it was a long appointment, but I feel really good about how the appointment went as far as the information that I was given. It was a lot of information to take in at once, and they're going over everything with you and risk factors and everything that could possibly take place within a pregnancy. And of course, you guys know that I've lost a pretty significant amount of weight, but I am still in the overweight category for my BMI because I am still overweight. So that is something that, you know, they have to disclose that could potentially be a risk, that we just have to monitor it and everything. I'm not too concerned over that because although I am, you know, still overweight, I don't carry all of my weight in my stomach. So I think I'll be fine. I've seen larger women than me successfully have babies. So I'm not worried about that. But basically they took like a pint of my blood. It was a lot of blood. I wasn't expecting them to take that much, but they did, and apparently that's okay to do. But they were going to be doing a bunch of different tests and just doing a lot of blood work on me just to make sure everything's good. I did already get my test results back because they send it to you through this like patient site. So I haven't spoken to anyone about my results yet, but I went through it. I looked at all my results and everything was within normal limits. So all my blood work came back great, which is good. I am still waiting on one more test. That is something that they had to send to another state to get checked, and that said it could take about 2 weeks to get the results back from. So I'm still waiting for one more test, but everything else so far has been good. So that's super exciting. So after we got all the blood work and everything out of the way, I did have questions for them because this is my first pregnancy, and you know, I was doing weight loss prior to this, so I was eating a certain way and I've changed it now. So I just wanted to make sure, you know, I'm doing everything right and everything like that. So verified with my doctor, you know, the way I'm eating, how I'm breaking them up into smaller meals and the types of foods that I'm eating. She said that I'm doing great. So that is good. I also asked her if it was okay for me to continue using my protein shakes because I do like to have those, and the company protein milkshake was really super sweet and generous, and they have sent me some of their product. So I just wanted to make sure that was something that was still okay for me to drink, and she's like, absolutely, you can still drink that. Don't use it as a meal replacement obviously, but snack is fine to get extra protein and everything in there. So I was really happy about that. So I've already had some protein shakes and everything, and I'm really excited that I can still drink those and get some extra protein in that way. The other thing is that since I did have high blood pressure at one point, she wants me to monitor my blood pressure daily. My blood pressure has been really good. I've been getting great readings for my blood pressure, and I have stopped taking my blood pressure medication, which actually was like a blessing in disguise because doing the weight loss thing and kind of getting my blood pressure under control, there was one day that I kind of felt weird and we checked my blood pressure and it was pretty low. So I decided I was going to stop taking it and monitor it and see how it went. And so I stopped taking it, and probably a couple to a few weeks after I'd stopped taking it was when I found out I was pregnant. And they were like, it's actually really good that you stopped taking that medication because the particular type of blood pressure medication I was on can actually be toxic to babies when you're pregnant. So it was a really good thing that I had actually already stopped taking it, and I haven't needed it. So it's kind of a win-win. But she wants me to keep a track on that because with having hypertension, there are risk factors for pregnancy, like preeclampsia, things like that. So at 12 weeks, she wants me to start taking a low dose adult aspirin just every day, just to be sure to prevent any like blood clots or anything like that. So she wants me to start taking that daily just as a preventative measure and to just keep monitoring my blood pressure. And again, I'm not too concerned about that because I have been having really good readings, but I definitely feel that all of the healthy changes that I made for my weight loss journey definitely helped with my pregnancy so far. I do also have to go before my next appointment and have a gestational diabetes check. From my understanding, they give me like a sugary drink or something like that, and then I have to be there for an hour for that. So I have that coming up. So hopefully everything goes okay with that and I don't have to worry about the gestational diabetes. But she was wanting to do an early screening for that just to be on the safe side, and again to do any type of preventative measures. So I'm having that before my next appointment, which is in October. And then she said that I'll have another one once I'm a little further on. So when we got to the ultrasound portion of the appointment, I was not really expecting to see clearly what exactly was going on inside of there, because every time I've seen an ultrasound picture, or most of the times when I've seen an ultrasound picture, I don't see it all the time. They'll be like, look, it's the baby, and I'm like, where's their baby? That's a baby. So I was not expecting to be able to see what was going on. So when she was, you know, doing her thing and she had to take her images first, she's taking the pictures and everything like that, she turned the camera around and she showed us our baby. So there it is. And I was really surprised about how clear you could see the baby. And like, you could even see a little face forming and everything. And I started tearing up because it made it real. Like, I know I've had the tests done. I know that, you know, I had a positive, not gonna cry. I know that I had the positive pregnancy test and everything, but to see it, it was a whole new feeling. And dang it. And you could see the little flickering where the heartbeat was. We're gonna pull ourselves together. It was very surreal to see it, to see that that's my baby and that's growing inside of me. Anyway, so we're gonna just move right along because I will start blubbering if I continue talking about it. So very magical, very surreal, and I just kind of looked over at Brady and we're both just like, you can see we're having the same emotions going on. And at the end, I could not stop smiling. And I looked at Brady and I was like, you can't tell under my mask, but I cannot stop smiling. It was a really good day. So the appointment went well, and I'm even more excited than I was before, just because seeing the pictures made it that much more real for me. I mean, obviously I was already feeling, you know, pregnant because I have been nauseous. The nausea has been becoming a little more frequent with me. So I want to share with you guys really quick. Let me put my glasses on because I can't read without them and they're a little smudgy. So I wanted to show you guys, I got a app on my phone called The Bump. But it's really cool because it has pregnancy week by week and it shows you how big the baby is compared to some form of a food object. So the appointment when I got the ultrasound pictures, the baby was supposed to be the size of a raspberry. Now for week 9, it says that it's as big as a cherry. Little cherry baby inside. So 0.9 inches and 0.07 ounces. So the really cool thing that I want to show you guys is this. See my baby in 3D. So this shows you kind of a 3D model of what the baby should look like inside your tummy right now. So I see the little toesies. It's got little toes, little toes. And then up here, like little fish, little fingers. And then it tells you a little bit about the heart. Like it says, while the baby won't be needing them anytime soon, his or her teeth buds are forming this week. And then baby's heart has divided into 4 chambers. Soon valves will develop. So I just think it's really cool that you can kind of get a little picture of what's going on. Let's see, that tail baby had up till now has disappeared nearly completely. Woot. So I thought that was really cool and I wanted to share that with you guys. So let's quickly talk about my eating and everything. I haven't been having like super strong cravings where it's like I need this right this instant and it's the only thing that I could eat because it's what I want right now. I haven't had any of those, which is how I've seen it portrayed on TV. I haven't had that. I have been having some cravings and I really want them and the cravings haven't gone away for them. I had a craving for Pringles. That was like a week or two ago. I had cravings for Pringles, so I did get a can of the original plain Pringles and I ate those. I have still overall been doing healthy. There's just a few things here and there, like the Pringles, that wouldn't be considered healthy. But I had the Pringles and that craving is gone. Like, I have no interest in the Pringles now. So I have been really, my mouth just kind of like filled with saliva thinking about it. I have really been wanting some crab legs. I like crab legs. I've had them many a time. We don't eat them regularly, but I really want some crab legs. I've also been really wanting nachos, like Taco Bell, Nacho Bell Grande back in the 90s when they were good. Version of the nachos. Those are like, do you guys, I don't know how many of you out there would have had this. We used to get the nachos from 7-Eleven back in the day. Again, this was in the 90s when they were still good. But they had like the trays of the nachos and the round corn chips, and they had the chili and the nacho cheese sauce to put on it, and then I put ketchup and mustard on top of it. Again, my mouth is filling with saliva thinking about them. So yeah, nachos, I've been wanting those. I've also been wanting a steak, ham, and cheese sub. I used to get a steak, ham, and cheese sub from this sub place, and it was so good, and I want that. I want a steak, ham, and cheese sub. I've had a lot of food aversions. There's quite a many of things that just thinking about them makes me feel nauseous. So there's that. So yeah, it's super fun. You never know what you're gonna want to eat. But that is my pregnancy update for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to leave it a like and subscribe to my channel to follow me through the rest of my pregnancy and then back on my weight loss journey again after baby comes. So yay, fun things ahead. But I will see you guys again next Friday. Bye.